Yo, TK, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to be back. Yeah. How you been, man? I hope all is well. Dude, now I realize that I feel like I forgot to speak English. English. Getting ready to break for lunch. Oh yeah, I always forget the time difference. Being good, too busy, keeps me out of trouble. Yeah, idle mind is the trouble. So yeah, I thought we could start with some warm-ups, do some lines after a long time to see if I can still draw. Edson, what's up, man? +1, busy, but we'll get a little more time in February. Nice. So, what are you guys been up to? Anything new? Exciting? I remember TK said you had a long gig. You're doing a huge building. Doing Figuary with us, Edson? I'm guessing yes, because Edson goes hard. I would guess he wouldn't miss the opportunity. Still at that job? Damn, man. Finish everything but first floor. Gonna be at least 3 weeks for the first floor to be ready for us. And then, after that, was it 3 floors? I barely remember the image you sent me. I think it was like a 3-floor building. New home construction now. Probably some work at the hospital. Damn, man, that sounds busy. A lot of stuff want to do in February. Blender, study animation. Starting with a small group project of doing portraits in arcane style. Yeah. Arcane was really good, man. It also, you know, I personally liked it a lot. It also influenced a lot of people, right? I've been seeing a lot of fan art all over the place. And you know, I've especially in games, I've probably uh, someone thought about it, right? There were some experimental tries like that style, doing 3D, but you kind of paint in the uh, most of the GI and all stuff that that normally the render engine generates all the light bounces and all that, but in that style you kind of paint in the all the nuances. There are some games I've seen. I mean, you could say Borderlands style, kind of like that, but not really. Almost. There was this game called, what is it? No Rest for the Wicked. I think they nailed it really well on that. But yeah, it's I've seen some people try it, but yeah, I mean, they really nailed it in Arcane, right? Borderlands was the first to come to my mind. Yeah. Also, there was this game that let's see if I can find it. There is this game called, was it 13? With the Roman PC game. Oh yeah, dude, this game is also really really old, right? It's like oh yeah, it's 2003. Like they did like a comic book style, the outlines and all that. Now looking back at it, it looks really, it looks like a mobile game, right? But when it came out, people liked it so much, the style, because back then it was really hard to do this stuff, right? But yeah, this is nowhere close to Arcane. Majority of fan art I see is my rivals, yeah. Yeah, my rivals is really good as well. I mean, at least, let's see. Mar rivals. I mean, there are a lot of people playing it, I guess. So yeah. I mean, I played it a lot, not a lot, a bit with my niece. I mean, it was okay. I'm really not a big fan of it. I just installed it to take a look at the visuals, art style. But yeah, I mean, there are lots of people playing it. And is it does this beat Overwatch? Overwatch, is it Overwatch on Steam? Yeah, it definitely beats Overwatch, right? I mean, Blizzard is dead anyways, but yeah, it's really successful if you look at the charts. I mean, this is a huge number, man. Controversial opinion: good games no longer need graphics. Definitely, totally. I mean, AAA is kind of dead, right? Just, think about it. What was the last AAA game you played? I can't even think about. I mean, the last game I really enjoyed as AAA was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but Ubisoft is dead as well. Just needs to be genuinely good or unique, or what people say. Has a soul to it. Dude, whenever I talk about it, people check out, right? People look at me like I'm talking about ghosts. But really everything has a soul, right? You create something, you inject your energy to it. That's why AAA games, people don't like them because it's like crafted by a big machine that only cares about money, right? The big companies. That's what I'm talking about. But if you think about a authentic game that's a small studio does it with a lot of passion, they put their heart and souls in it, you can feel it in the game, right? So I've been playing Path of Exile lately. Dude, that game is so good. Like, you can feel in every corner in the game they made everything with love, right? You look at the grass, everything is so beautiful. The combat system, the gameplay, story, visuals, it's all amazing. You can feel that authenticity. You can feel that they really care about what they do and they made it with love, right? But big games, if you play like one of the games from EA Games or Ubisoft or whatever it is, it doesn't have that authentic love or that passion, right? Like if you take a look at Diablo, for example, I mean, probably the person doing the animations doesn't even know who does the UI graphic design, right? Because it's so big, the company is so big, nobody knows each other. There's not that unitizing, that unitize passion. And that's kind of, if you think about it, there was this research, and they concluded that we as humans, our brains can only keep the data of like 150 people, right? Because from the caveman times, that was our regular tribe size, right? But if you are working in a company that's like 10,000 people, it's so weird, man. I've worked in really big companies. It's like you don't know anyone. It's so weird. You are like going somewhere, and it's impossible to, you know, keep in mind. You can't even memorize the names, right? When I was working in a big studio, I always felt like, every day I'm just plugging into a machine. But yeah, I totally agree with that. It doesn't need AAA graphics, but the nice thing is, technology is developed enough that even if not that polished as AAA games, I mean, indie studios can do a great job. Now, it's not a question, right? Game engines are so much better. But yeah, totally agree that soul thing. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to vision, right? And passion, vision. TK, have you played Path of Exile yet? I'm amazed that you didn't play it yet. If not, no time. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, we've been playing with my brother. Like we start playing, and I before I know it, it's like 7 hours passed. We are like, what just happened? Like, where did the time go? I'm not even exaggerating, man. We just sit down to it to play the game. Before we know it, it's like 6 7 hours passed. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it whenever you have the time, or if you whenever you are whenever you are looking for a game to play. It's on the list. Yeah, I'm telling that because I think we played Diablo, right? Yeah, we played Diablo. Since you like that kind of games, and I'm honestly I'm not a big fan of the top-down action RPGs. I just loved Diablo 2 back in the day. But man, that game is something special. I don't really get into the end-game content. I'll definitely check it out. This for campaign. Yeah, even in early access, you wanna hear a funny thing? Path of Exile in early access already beat all the charts of Diablo 4. Like, when did Diablo 4 came out? It's like 2 years now. It beat Diablo in everything, right? Playtime, sales. But yeah, when it comes to end game, yeah, me too. I mean, I like the end game, but that's a conscious decision. I don't want to involve too much because I know I'll just uh, I'll just go no life. I'll just go completely in it, and it's kind of you know pretty much every game is kind of repetitive in the end game because it's virtually impossible to constantly generate content for a game, right? It's pretty much same with every online game. When you reach the end game, it's kind of, you know, you are kind of doing the same thing over and over again. But man, it's like they made like 6 characters, and you can branch out to different paths in all characters, and that's not even the finished version, right? They are gonna add 6 more characters. Like, it's already like uh how much I played. I don't have Steam open, but I played like 250 hours. I played warrior, played sorcerer, played a bit witch, and I'm not even close to playing it all, right? I only played one version of warrior, one version of sorcerers. But yeah, you know, talk about generating content. And you know, it's unbelievable if you think about this being a free to play game and providing this much content and value. So they've earned so much respect and goodwill. Take too much time if you do it seriously. Yeah, dude. I mean, I with the warrior, I reached end game. It's like uh, when you finish the story, it's like you are level 65, 70, something like that. And what level I was? I was like 93 or something, but it's not even moving, man. So I think it's for me to go from 93 to 94, it would take me today, right? It's something like that. If I play all day today, I would just be 94. And it's a long grind. But yeah, other than that, the story and the character building, you know, you can branch out. Yeah. I mean, I can talk about it all day. It's so good, man. I mean, you can be a warrior and you can, at the same time, you can use necromancer skills, you can use sorcerer skills. The skill tree is so flexible, right? I've seen people who are playing as a monk, but at the same time, using warrior skills and the necromancer skills, witch skills, elemental skills. It's kind of up to you to do whatever build you want to do. I do endgame stuff, I lose interest pretty quick. Yeah. Same with me. I mean, unless you go like, you know, try lots of different stuff, right? You find out a build you want, you like, and it works. And then you try out something else, and you keep doing that. It's always a fresh experience. But yeah, I mean, it takes so much time, man. Honestly, by myself, I just first playthrough, I just never looked at any videos, never looked at any guides. I just did a build that's decent enough to carry me through the campaign and towards the end game. But when I reached like really end game, like level 90 and all that, it starts really getting really tough. And then I checked some guides, you know, copied some other builds. But yeah, the co-op is really enjoyable as well. We've been having so much fun with my brother. We are almost done with the campaign. And the best thing I like about it, so if you look at Diablo, let's see. Let's see if I can Diablo 4. What season is it? Is it 3? Can I find? Hold on. Okay, there's this thing. Okay, so if you look at Diablo, I think this is not a... Yeah, this guy. I mean, look at this. What is this, man? What the hell is this? It's like loot porn. What the hell is going on? And if you look at I love this guy, by the way. If you look at the general gameplay, oh, he's playing Diablo 3. What the fuck? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Dude, come on. Let me find D4. Okay. It's the same thing though, right? Okay, so... Okay, so... If you look at the Diablo endgame, it's this, right? I have no idea what's happening. What are these stuff? Like every build is like, you know, you click one button and run around. It becomes really boring. I mean, at least for me. There are people who enjoy this, but the thing with Path of Exile is it doesn't have to be, right? You can still make builds like that, like make crazy builds like you know, one-click builds. You can do stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be, right? You can still approach it, you know, methodically. You can still play it like almost like Elden Ring, right? So that's the nice thing about it. You can make a insane wizard build, like, you know, raining down meteors and all that. But you can also, you know, go methodical, dodging stuff and, you know, all that. Okay, so that's some gestures. I also, if you guys are, I know TK, you are going to do Figuary, but if you guys are going to do Figuary, so I'm gonna do it right now. It's really nice to have some goals, right? You don't have to sweat it too much, but you know, for my general approach, you know, I just roughly thought about it. Like I would just go like gestures, right? Every day, gestures like 20, 30, and then this is like a warm-up, right? And then if you want, you can, you can go like hardcore, you can do hands. Remember the art workout streams we used to do? You can go like that. Hands, feet, eyes, noses, mouths, ears, all that. But it's it's better to keep it light at start, so you don't overwhelm yourself. I mean, for me especially, I'm just coming back from a break, so I'll just start easy, like start with some gestures, and then pick three, like pick three, and do some refinements on that, like end up with 3 figures, right? It's nothing if you think about it. 3 figures, not gonna color it, not gonna sweat it, but 2 decent figures is my daily goal for every day during Figuary, right? And then I also use that momentum to feed the project I'm working on, and if I have the energy, or if I have time at the end of it, do some combat design, like people swinging swords and axes and all that. So yeah, but this is the daily thing. Yeah, it's really after my Inktober experience, definitely keep it light. Yeah, we went really hard, right? That was really good, man. That's a W for you and me. That was really intense, but it was really fun. But yeah, I'll start like this, right? You don't have to go crazy. Just draw a couple of gestures. And how long this take, right? Gestures, like 60-second gestures plus 20. It's like 20 minutes. Then take 5 minutes break. Do like 10 minutes figures times 3, right? It's like you can like 1 hour. You can spend 1 hour every day. Yeah, it doesn't have to be all day, right? Yeah, Figuary is the only challenge I keep doing since 2019, I guess. Yeah, it's really, I can't even start to explain how beneficial is it, right? Because figures are something you have to deal with all the time, whatever you do, right? Unless you are a web designer or something like that. If you are into visual arts, sooner or later you'll either have to draw some figures, or model some figures, or paint some figures. It's like it's the most common thing, right? That's why all the art schools start with figure drawing, and it's most familiar thing. It's easy to practice shapes, like shape designs, different expressive line work. So yeah, it's no sweat, right? No sweat. Keep it light, and I'm sure it won't go like that, because after day 20 or something, I'm sure we'll be hyped up for something, right? Because if you think about Inktober, I was like just doing some stuff, and at the end of it, we were doing comics, right? That was so funny. Glad we did it. Yeah, dude. It's so good. Glad you laid this out. Didn't know what kind of structure this challenge really had. Can work from this. Yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have the why, right? The why. Why am I doing this? I mean, for my why is, coming back from a break, artistic fitness, let's say, artistic fitness, and then, line work, overall figure drawing, improve figure drawing, like figure improve, and at the same time, the project, right? So if you, if like, there can be learning goals. It can be also, something about the project you are currently working. Right now, I'm working on the game, right? And right now, I'm doing the combat design. So when I think about it, how can I use Figuary? What do you call it? How can I min-max it, right? How can I how can I min-max it? So while I'm doing it, at the same time I also progress in the project, right? It's like, okay, so I tell myself, okay, I can draw figures which are in combat, right? Swinging swords, fighting, all that, and then I can use them in the combat design. So it can be something like that. If you are working on a project, you can overlay them. If you are working on a comic and something like that, you can use, for example, if you are working on a sci-fi comic, you can draw sci-fi figures and all that. So yeah, it doesn't have to be this, what do you call it? This academic, figurative art thing you do every day. It doesn't have to be a specific style, or it doesn't have to contain specific, content. Yeah, usually it's not even about the Figuary, right? I mean, it's about the Figuary, but it's about the challenge, right? It's about growing. It's about momentum, fitness, right? It's, why are we here, right? It's like to be better artists. Yeah, I mean, Figuary is an excuse, right? These challenges are an excuse for us to do shit. Use Figuary as a means. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell. To work on the project at the same time. Yep. So yeah, I'll start easy. Do some gestures. Pick 3. 2, 3, whatever it is. And then work on them some more. Work on them a bit more. Yeah, that's my plan. And tomorrow we start, boys and girls. And yeah, I think I'll generally start around these hours. Like, what time did I start today? I guess it's like an hour. Yeah. Like, yeah, around these times. Maybe later or earlier, depending on the situation. But yeah. So, you guys ready? Oh yeah, we can also do the ChatGPT roast. That was so funny. Dude, I laughed so much to ChatGPT. Yeah. No sweat. Lighthearted. So yeah, these challenges are, especially if you haven't been drawing for a long time. For me, it's like that. I think I haven't been drawing for a month. And I've been drawing now and then, but I mean drawing. Uh, yeah, it's really nice to what do you call it? Get momentum again, get on the track. Okay, so for today, what do we do? Maybe I'll take a break, get some drinks, and then maybe draw some hands, feet, whatever. Next time, I'm gonna see if I can make use a snobby stuck up posh British what? Snubby stuck up posh British voice. Oh, have it. Dude, that would be so funny if you know, like you would say to it, roast me, but read it to me with the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Something like that. Or, Mike Tyson voice, roasting your artwork. All right. Do I have the thing? Let's see. I don't. Okay. I just cleaned up my PC, so I don't have any overlays and all that. I don't have the be right back button, the thing. So anyways, I'll be right back, guys. Small break. Get some drinks. And yeah, we draw some more stuff. Alright, Figuary. Arnold voice, where is the contrast? To hell with you. Yeah. Dude, can I find it? Did I post it on Discord? Let's see. Oh yeah, I posted on Discord. Have you guys seen Muhammad Ali and Arnold meme? That was so funny. Uh, let's see if I can pull it up. Mute this. Okay, here it is.
Schwarzenegger is here. You know him? Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know him? Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that, Ali. We'll be back in a minute with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's his name. Muhammad Ali's still with us, and also
Dude, this is so good.
Schwarzenegger is here. You know him? Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know him? Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that, Ali. We'll be back in a minute with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dude, this is such a beautiful man. That's a head turn, dude. The head turn in the end.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't say that, Ali. We'll be back in a minute with
The head turn. Check it out.
Muhammad Ali's still with us, and also Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dude, it's so good. Okay, so maybe some hands and feet. How is the game been coming along? You're doing combat design? Yeah, I wasn't really progressing a lot. Slowly but steadily. The switching, the transitioning from prototype to alpha stage was really rough for me. You know, because I mean, I've done some games in the past, but wasn't this complicated. And I'm opening up the prototype I've made. I'm like staring at it, like, what the fuck did I do here? Like, I'm trying to understand the code I wrote. That was really tough. But I kind of got a hold of it again. Hopefully, during Figuary, I won't forget again. But I guess that's how you learn, right? I mean, if I was a programmer, it will probably be much faster, but yeah, that's the thing I'm currently dabbling with. As soon as I'm completely done with the transitioning, it will be only, doing the animations. Also, then I can, do it on stream, show it, and all that. But yeah, honestly, it's going slower than I want. But, that's okay. What am I doing? I'm drawing a figure again. Dude, it's automatic. I was drawing hands. Any progress is better than no progress. Exactly. What was that saying? Was it Napoleon? Like, if you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, crawl, right? Something like that. Also, playing Path of Exile gave me a lot of insights. I didn't really make big changes, but kind of got it really fed me with a lot of stuff that I added to the design. Also, I want to be that guy who plays games, right? I want to be the developer that actually plays games. That's a funny looking hand. This one? Yeah, this is a weird hand, right? I don't know what's up with it. It's like wrinkles. So, I was gonna ask you that, TK. I don't read the news much, but any important stuff you hear about it. There was this California fires thing going on. I saw some pictures, like, dude, that made me so sad, man. I mean, it doesn't have to be my country, but I've seen like a whole continent burn down. What the fuck? My first thought was, how? How can that happen? I mean, was it that big that they can't prevent it? Yeah, it's like entire city. At least I don't. I try to get the news from a non-news source, because news channels and sources always you know how it is. Entire city gone. Dude, that's so sad, man. California is notorious for wildfires. Just a way of life. This was kind of a perfect storm of bad situations that lined up. But still, I mean, again, I don't have any knowledge about it, right? I have no idea how to put down a fire or something like that, but isn't it like, is it that bad? By the way, my brother, remember I told you about the military service is mandatory, was mandatory in Turkey. So every guy does military service, and every guy does something different. It's like a random assignment. My brother did like in a place that there are lots of fires. That was his life for like months, right? For a year or something. Like he just go through and put down fires all his military service. I remember he was telling the stories. It's insane. The fire is no joke, man. Near hurricane winds. Don't know the root cause. Like down power lines from those winds kicked off. Okay, so it's not only fire, right? It's a couple of things coming together. Embers were literally being blown miles. Oh, 100 miles winds. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. No matter how advanced your technology, right? You can't really stop Mother Nature. California is really dry. Has been for a long time. Even a lightning strike in the mountains can kick off. Yeah, I didn't know that about California. But yeah, I mean, you know, losing your house kind of sucks. No, I didn't necessarily get something like that, but my place robbed a couple of times. And after it was robbed, uh, I wouldn't stay there. I don't know what it is, but you know, I was like, it's being compromised. I won't stay here anymore, right? Kind of know how to lose your place, lose your cave. It sucks. Being robbed, such a horrible feeling. Yeah, yeah. Now I don't want to make it about me, or you know. But yeah, that sucks as well. It's like you build something and then some motherfucker comes and takes it. And it's not like, it's not like a huge win for them, right? This is like the lowest low life. I mean, who am I, right? I just my last place that got robbed. It was like, really small studio. There's only the gear, the rig PC, and streaming gear, the speakers, the mic. It's if you uh, if you add it all together, it's not even like 5K or something like that. But the information, the stuff in the PC, stuff, the data, objectively, it's not the big deal, but for you, it's priceless, right? Maybe you have your photos, maybe you have, projects, like almost personally being violated. Gross. Yeah, dude. Yeah, also stuff like that, always remind me not to get too attached to stuff, because no matter what we do, we don't bring them with us, right? I actually put a lot of thoughts in it, like, you can't really prevent. Uh, you wanna hear a funny thing? So my last place got robbed. It's not my last place, but my studio got robbed. And then, those complexes, like it's a isolated. What do you call it? It's like a site, isolated uh, places that has security. It has borders, and there are houses inside. I don't know what they call it in English. Like, yeah, I think it's called complex, right? Lots of buildings, and people live there. There's a pool and uh, malls, compound. Yeah. It's like a secure complex, right? So after my place got robbed, I just went and rent the place in something like that, somewhere like that. It's like a quote unquote secure compound, and it's all good. And so I start staying there, and one day, door rang, and there was like 6, 7 people with suits, right? And they were like, they are not even explaining what's happening. excuse me. They were like, we are here to take some pictures and investigate. I'm like, what's going on? And no, you don't need to know about it. We have the permission from the, what do you call it? Permission from the complex management. And you know, I said okay. They went in, took some pictures and all that. The funny thing is, the place I rented got robbed before I rented, and they were investigating the robbery. I was like, what? What's going on, man? Am I cursed? And then I start feeling insecure there as well. And then I saw them investigating the doors and all that. Dude, it's a secure complex, and it's in the eighth. I think it was eighth floor. It's like eighth floor, and it's secure complex. You can't get in if you don't live there. Yeah, that was so funny. Compounds here refer more like communities. Yeah. It's not like a community. It's not like people know each other, but gated community. Yeah, something like that. It's like a gated place where people live. Even though there's no difference, uh, it's just you know. So yeah, you can't really prevent it if someone puts their mind. They can rob anywhere, right? So yeah, since you can't prevent it, so my question was like, how do you deal if it happens, right? How do you deal with it if it happens? So solution, a couple of solutions. You don't get too attached on stuff, right? Because you can always buy the new ones and very secure, yeah. And when it comes to data and all that, cloud sources kind of does it. But yeah, then I started looking at life as a game, right? It's like, imagine you are playing an MMO, like something like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy. Like, you have your character in the game and all that. You have your gold and currency and your items and all that. But you don't really have them, right? That's kind of freeing if you think about it like that. When you die, you don't bring them with you. And again, it sucks. It sucks to lose stuff you worked on and all that. But yeah, secure. Yeah, that's the funny thing, right? It's just a way to sell stuff with more prices. It's all an illusion, right? Also, recently, not really recently, but a couple of months ago, there was an earthquake here. Lots of people lost their houses. That kind of sucks as well. Earthquakes are really terrifying. Yeah. First time I experienced it, I think I was like 13 or 14. We were at our summer place. We were at a holiday, and the earthquake was like hundreds of miles away. But the building was, shaking side to side. It really destroyed a complete city. It was so terrifying. But if you experience it a couple of times with different, uh, what do you call it? Different intensities, you can kind of tell if it's a big one or it's a small one. Because big ones, it just uh, hits you instantly, right? The shaking starts so hard. It is with most other natural disasters, you can get a warning. Yeah, I mean, if there's a tsunami, uh, I don't know. Depends on where you live, right? But earthquake warnings are an after the fact thing. Yeah. Yeah, it also traumatizes you, right? It's like I still, if I feel a shake, I always look to the ceiling if the lamp is going side to side. All right, that's some hands and feet. Maybe some features as well. Facial features is definitely a thing. I need to put long-term work. Yeah, it's easy, man. It's you can do it. You don't have to invest a lot of time, right? How long this took, right? It's like 10 minutes a day, something like that. Just gestures like this. You don't have to shade it or. But yeah, it really helps. Rather than how, at least for me, that's how it goes. It's like it doesn't. I mean, it does matter how much I work on it, but consistent. If I'm being consistent, if I'm doing it every day, it's like you are. What do you call it? It's like you place it in your nervous system, right? It becomes really automatic. But yeah, I mean, you can. Uh, what do you call it? You can do it with really low investment, right? As opposed to learning the anatomy of forearm or something like that. It takes a long time. I mean, to be honest, expressions of the face kind of rough, right? I mean, not for you, but for beginners, because there are lots of micro expressions, micro mimics, if that's what it's called. And more you know about the facial muscles, the better you can express those. But yeah, overall, probably take that exercise on Figuary as a goal. Yeah. That would be so beneficial. It's okay, you can totally include me in that group. What group? My expressions are definitely hit and miss. Oh, you mean beginner? No, dude, you are not even close. When I'm saying beginner, I really mean it, right? I'm saying people who just started. But yeah, even if you draw a long time, I mean, I struggle with expressions all the time. It takes years to master, right? I mean, ask animators, they will tell you. But if you ask me, your latest posts on Discord, I would definitely hire you if I was the comic book hiring guy. And yeah, I mean, don't sell yourself short, man. It's like, this might sound like a weird competitive mentality, but I'm not coming from that place, you know that. But you know, there are people worse and working in comics industry or whatever. I mean, that there is always people better and worse, but thanks, man. I can see you improve. Yeah, dude. I'm not even complimenting. It's what I'm just saying what I see. Also, that's the thing with creative stuff, right? I mean, technically, you can be whatever level you can, but you know, it's all about vibe. Also, it's subjective. But in my opinion, I keep saying this, but you know, since I'm not streaming for a long time, you won't get bored. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I think the biggest thing, at least for me, considering when I was starting or later, uh, as you do something more and more, you start caring less. And when you care about it less, in a weird way, it's not like you are not caring about it at all, but you don't sweat it too much, right? I think that's the big thing with really experienced artists. I think it can be in any area. That reminds me, you know, I used to play drums, and when you are starting, you are micro analyzing everything, uh, every hit, every note, and all that. And you know, you are thinking about how to hold the stick and all the bullshit. And so there's this drummer called Jojo Mayer, and he was my hero, right? He was my role model as a drummer. And I met him. We sat down and chat. It was a really insane experience. Imagine meeting your hero, right? Meeting your icon. So yeah, he was saying the same thing, right? It's like he was saying, I'm making mistakes when I'm performing all the time, right? But the thing is, when I'm amateur makes a mistake, they freeze, right? They fuck up and they freeze because they don't know what to do. But when a pro makes a mistake, they just keep playing. And most people don't even realize it. It's same with art, I think. It's same with visual art. Uh, you know, I don't care about, if I'm drawing something, and if I make a mistake, if I freeze and try to fix it and all that, and then it all goes downhill, right? And then you focus on the mistake and you draw it again and again, and then you lose the flow. But when you're in the flow, it's like, you are making a mistake, but you don't care about it. You are gonna fix it later and all that. I think that's the main thing, right? It's not like it's not like being in this hesitant mood. It's more like you don't care, right? Especially on gestures and all that, you know. Uh, what do you got to lose, right? How long this takes? 30 seconds? 1 minute? You can lose 1 minute, right? Probably a psychological term. Yeah, probably. I'm sure there is something for it. Reminds me of an old idiot. I try to remember to look up later. Okay. Yeah, also I remember the thing you posted in the past. What was the name of the guy? The creator of the Spawn? Dude, I'm so bad with names. I my verbal intelligence is like two digits. My verbal IQ, verbal IQ is like 70 or something. The creator of Spawn, you posted a video, like, he was talking about the vibe. He was talking about cloak, drawing cloak and fabric. It's like that, right? Instead of trying to trying to make it perfect. Todd McFarlane, yeah. I'm amazed how I remember my own name. Anything verbal, I instantly forget it. So, as I said before, we were playing Path of Exile with my bro. And we were talking about a skill in the passive skill tree. And I have no names, right? I'm just saying like top row, go 6 nodes right. It's that one, right? Instead of saying the name. If I don't repeat a word like lots of times, I instantly forget it. And that's kind of usually I don't forget the names of people that I interact in real life. But if I do, I always I don't hide it. I just tell them I'm dumb with names. Please excuse me, right? You excuse my 2-digit verbal IQ. It took me a long time to, that's a big thing actually. Someone remembering your name. Let's say someone you just interacted with a couple of minutes and then you see them a month later. Yeah, dude, when I was like my early 20s, like 21 or something like that, I was still in college. Uh, I was reading a lot of books, right? It's like, just random books I could find. And I find this book, you probably heard about it, How to Win Friends and Influence People. When I look at the cover, I'm like, what the fuck is this? It sounds like those kind of books, right? But it's actually a really good book. It was talking about this kind of stuff. And then it was saying, I don't know if it's in that book or not, but it was saying something like, if you are having a hard time remembering people's names when you first meet them, you shake hands. When they say their name, you repeat the name to them, right? So I started doing that when I first meet someone, but I was doing it in a weird way, right? It was too obvious. I was uh, applying a technique. There was these awkward moments. Like you meet someone, you tell your name, hey, nice to meet you, and it's like they repeat your name and look in your eyes, right? It's like this weird guy and holding the shake, holding the eye contact. All right, I think that does it. Small mini workout before Figuary. Right on. Good to be back. Yeah, good to be back, man. Thanks. All right, guys. Yeah, join us with Figury for people watching now or later. And yeah, don't be a stranger. Hop on Discord, share your art. Let's draw together, have some fun. And tomorrow we start blasting some figures. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care. and peace.